and welcome to another episode of the Super Cyclone Challenge. It is our 6th episode of the series. My name is Nathan Foy, and we have yet another contestant lined up in the hot seat, hoping to do extremely well tonight as they progress up that wind tree to see how strong a storm they can become, or if they even get named at all. Here's hoping that they do, because that's quite embarrassing if they don't. Anyway, tonight's contestant is Ram. Good evening.
Oh. Hello.
Is that the sun out in the background? It's afternoon there still, I guess.
Yes, it is 3:49.
Okay. Where are you joining us from tonight?
Well, obviously,
the United
I'm
States.
already screwing up. North Carolina.
Okay, and well, I mean, we get people from all around the world, of course, and some people are in pretty odd places to be tracking tropical cyclones. I guess it makes a bit more sense over there.
Yep. Southeast United States is obviously a hot spot.
But still, you know, people still ask the question, I guess, locally, what is it that gets you interested in these cyclones and the topic and the subject? What was it for you?
Well, for me, it's just been an interest. I mean, it started back in 2012 when I just started reading up on hurricanes, and essentially just grown. I've just kept it, and it's as simple as that.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, well, the game tonight, you're familiar with the game. Obviously, you'll have all the help I can give you, and all the hindrances as well, with the timer and all that stuff to move the game on. But how well do you think you're going to do tonight? What's your target?
Oop, you just cut out there for a second.
What was your target tonight?
My target is hopefully major hurricane, and if I get anything lower, I'd be pretty disappointed. But if I get a category 5, I'd be pretty impressed.
Based on the questions you've seen in previous shows, have you been playing along? Have you been doing well?
I have been playing along. I recently played along with Gabe's show, because that's currently up.
Now, did you get that last question that he didn't get?
I don't remember what the last question exactly was.
About the Joint Typhoon Warning Center and where they were.
Oh yeah, I got that one.
Okay, well, best of luck. Hopefully these questions won't be too difficult for you. And ready to begin? I am. Are you?
Well, ready as ever.
Wonderful. Here we go then. The 4 lifelines to begin with, of course. You can ask one of our team members or one of your friends or whoever you have at your disposal, if you can think of anyone. We'll obviously sort that out if it happens. The 50-50, you can replace the question with a new one, or you can take the dreaded risk lifeline, which we don't think needs any introduction. Also, if you get the first 5 questions right without using a lifeline, which shouldn't be too difficult for most of our weather aficionados, then you will have also the double dip added to your arsenal of lifelines. Here we go, the first question. It will get you to 20 miles an hour. 4 questions will get you to the first safe zone of 40 and named storm. Would you be named Ram if that's the case? I
mean, I guess so.
Odd name for a storm. Here is your first question for 20 miles an hour, 20 seconds on the clock. What is the last major hurricane to make landfall in Texas? Is it Hurricane Irma, Hurricane Harvey, Hurricane Maria, or Hurricane Ophelia?
Hurricane Harvey, final answer.
2 seconds is all it took, and it's the correct answer for 20 miles an hour. Well done.
Yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
With the applause as well. Wonderful. Here's the next question. The Atlantic used which method of storm naming until 1953? Is it A, hieroglyphics, B, the phonetic alphabet, C, the names of British kings, or D, the names of ex-girlfriends?
Wait, I thought it was numbers.
Until 1953, hieroglyphics, the phonetic alphabet, names of British kings, names of ex-girlfriends. 8 seconds.
Oh, it's the phonetic alphabet.
B, final answer?
Yes.
It's the correct answer. They did indeed. From 1940 something, at least internally, until 1953 they did. And the numbers came before then.
I think that is the worst somebody has done on one of the first 4 questions in the game.
You got
this
there.
Is very telling.
You got there. Without a lifeline. Well done. Next question will get you to 35 miles an hour. Here it is. Hurricane Irene struck the United States how many years before Sandy? A1, B2, C5, or D10?
1. Final answer.
Final answer. It is the correct answer. You're at 35 miles an hour. One more to get the tropical storm status. Let's do it quickly. A storm with sustained winds of 100 knots is what category on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale? 2, 3, 4, 5.
I believe it's 3. Final answer.
You sure?
Yes. I think it's 115, so 3. Final.
Just a little bit sure. It is the correct answer. 40 miles an hour. We have a new tropical storm.
Yay. That was probably the most rockiest start to a game. Yep. I'm gonna do great.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Well, you know what happens quite often in this game? People really... You didn't have to use any lifelines, though, so, you know, on paper...
I do get my double dip.
One more question for that. One more question before you get that.
Oh.
You got to get the next question right.
I can't count to 5.
Which would get you to 50 miles. It's a good start, isn't it? Well, here we go. 50 miles an hour at stake on this one. Hopefully you get it. Hurricane Katrina, 30 seconds by the way. Hurricane Katrina made its first landfall in which US state? Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, or Florida?
Florida, final answer.
You sure?
Yes, it made landfall as a category 1, I believe.
Quite simple, he's got it, 50 miles an hour. He's got that 5th lifeline as well as a bonus there. Wonderful. Well, you're well on your way. Here's the next...
One more question, I might survive.
Don't forget, if you are stuck and you don't know what lifeline to choose, just say lifeline will stop the clock, you can decide. 60 miles an hour for this one. The most active typhoon season occurred in which decade? The 1940s, 1960s, 1980s, or 2010s?
1960s, final answer.
Now, why did you think that?
I've heard it was the 1960s.
You sure?
Right? Yeah.
It's my job to make things tense here. It is the correct answer, 60 miles an hour.
I'm about to say, oh no, I've done goofed up, haven't I?
Not yet. Plenty more chances for that. This is question number 7. If you get this right, you're 1/3 of the way there, believe it or not.
Hey.
From Guam, which direction is the closest point of the international dateline? Is it north, east, south, or west?
Oh dear God.
You're going to draw a line from Guam to the international dateline. Where's the closest point to Guam's north, east, south, or west? 15 seconds, you need a lifeline.
Lifeline.
Okay, 8 seconds remaining. Which lifeline would you like to use on that?
I'll use double dip.
You will? Okay. So, what will your first answer be? The clock will start after you've said it. North, east, south, or west?
East.
Final
answer.
Well, east is the correct answer. You should have gone with it. It is 70 miles an hour.
I mean, I know Guam is somewhere relatively close to the middle, so I was just...
I see. Okay, well, that's fair enough. 1 lifeline used, 4 remaining, and that's what they're there for. The next question, if correct, will get you to hurricane status. So, not... well, 5 questions away from your target. Here it is, question number 8. Don't get this one wrong, whatever you do, otherwise you'll be down to 40 miles an hour, and that would be dreadful.
I'll have done the worst this year. Well, along with the 2017 ones.
Okay, here we go. What was the strongest storm of the 2009 Eastern Pacific hurricane season? Is it Felicia, Guillermo, Jimena, or Rick?
I don't know that one either.
Do you want a lifeline? 20 seconds.
This is just... I have a feeling I'm being completely embarrassed, and it's obviously an obvious answer.
10 seconds.
Lifeline.
8 seconds left on the clock. Would you like to call up someone, or the 50-50? Or would you like to change the question entirely? Or the risk?
I'll go 50-50.
You will go 50-50. You will have 8 seconds So once the 50-50 has been conducted, it's left us the answers. Either Felicia or Rick.
I'm gonna go with Rick.
Final answer.
I know it was not Felicia.
2 seconds, final answer. Final?
Yes, final
Thank you.
answer.
Oh, Jesus.
Rick.
You had about 0.2 seconds to say that. And it is the correct answer. You're 75 miles an hour. You, my friend, are doing this the hard way.
Major might be a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be.
Only if you know the answer. 4 questions away from major hurricane status. You're now at 75 miles an hour. 40 seconds on the next questions, allowing a little bit more thinking time. It depends how people do under pressure. Some people like the time, some people don't.
I clearly don't.
4 questions away from major hurricane status. Good luck. The next question is number 9 for 80 miles an hour. You have 3 lifelines. And here it is. 40 seconds. Which Atlantic hurricane did Wilma overtake to become the most intense on record? Is it Alan, Gilbert, Hugo, or Ivan?
I do know this one. Hurricane Gilbert. Final answer.
You sure you know?
I am pretty sure I know this one.
Sure. Yes, it is the correct answer.
I'm sure.
90 miles an hour.
Finally, what I know.
80 miles an hour. I'm sorry, not 90. I've done you one too many there.
No. It's 90.
It's certainly 80.
It's 90.
Definitely 80.
Shh.
80 miles an hour is your current bank total. Hopefully you will get to 90 miles an hour.
Attempted cheat.
Yeah, no, it's not actually. Not the first second. Here's the next one. This is question number 10 out of 24. This would get you to 90 miles an hour in earnest. Here is the question. How many Category 5 storms formed worldwide in 1974? Is it none, 1, 2, or 6?
Lifeline.
37 seconds. What would you like to do?
Flip the question.
You're gonna change the question. Alright
I
then.
have no clue.
We're gonna provide Ram with another question here. And here it is. How many hurricanes formed in the Atlantic in 2005? Is it A12, B14, C15, or D17? Oh boy.
My first thought is 15, but that might be a bit high. Too many to count, to be honest. So all I have is my phone or wrist.
Seconds.
I'm just gonna say 15. I'm gonna go with the gut.
You're gonna go
it
with
might
15.
be wrong. I'm going to go with my gut.
Final answer.
Yes, final answer, 15.
Final answer's gone with 15. 8 seconds left on the clock. Ram,
Yes.
you seem to have put a lot of risk into that answer,
I have.
knowing that you could drop down to 75 miles an hour.
I mean, just go with the gut.
Well, don't worry, you haven't. It is the correct answer. You're up to 90 miles an hour.
Oh my god, I was sweating. Okay.
That's an amazing one. Well, maybe you'll have as much luck as Marcel did in his game. Well, till the end.
Well, yeah.
The next question, question number 11, will get you to 100 miles per hour if it's correct. And the first triple digit since Marcel's game. And here is the question. If a storm reaches hurricane force winds over Midway Island, what is it classified as? A severe tropical storm, a typhoon, a hurricane, or a severe tropical cyclone?
Now, this is another one of those Pacific Island questions that I'm not exactly sure where the problem is with the Midway Islands and Guam is that they're just somewhere. I mean, it's not that I'm terrible at geography and mapping. I'm pretty good at mapping. It's just that, the exact positions of where the dateline is and everything. I am going to go with...
Or lifeline, if you need it. But hurry, 5 seconds.
Wait, what were the answers? Oh geez, lifeline. I completely forgot what the answers were in my
Okay then. Well, looks like it's going to be a lifeline, folks. You have 2 seconds on the clock.
This is going to be the worst episode of Super Cyclone Challenge ever.
It's certainly been entertaining so far. Well, what do you want to do? Are you gonna... Well, we're gonna have to get someone involved either way. You're gonna ask one of a member, or... Oh, I can't even get over my words anymore. Ask one of our members or one of your own friends, or would you like to take the risk lifeline? Do you think anyone...
I'm going to phone a friend.
The thing is with the risk lifeline, not saying you should use it, but that what you have to value up there with that is whether you think what your bet is on the other person getting that question wrong. But you're going with the phone a friend lifeline.
Yes.
Anyone in mind you would like to call?
Not really. I mean, the question is who's available for calling.
Are you friends with Dane?
Yeah. I'm friends with Dane.
He's available.
Alright.
Alright then, we are now joined by Dane, no stranger to the phone a friend lifeline, and you need, well, Ram needs your help. Ram needs your help, Dane.
I'm failing.
You know how generous we are with these phone calls. We have a whole 2 minutes allotted to you. So here is the question, Dane.
I will see what I can do.
Yep, hopefully you'll be good for him. Here is the question. If a storm reaches hurricane force winds over Midway Island, what is it classified as? A severe tropical storm, a typhoon, a hurricane, or a severe tropical cyclone?
I would say it's classified as a hurricane because Midway is just northwest of, like, the main Hawaiian Islands, plus east of 180.
Alright, so hurricane.
In the Western Hemisphere, yeah.
Any other input?
I am going to trust you.
Hold on a minute, we're not starting the clock yet. Dane, thank you very much for your cooperation.
Alright, see if I can get the answer in 2 seconds.
No problem. Best of luck.
Great to have you.
Thank you. I'm not having any right now, is the thing. So.
Okay.
Well, maybe my presence would end up changing your fortunes. Who knows?
Alright, Dane, get off the call.
Maybe you're the lucky charm.
Thank you. Okay, so Ram, I needn't tell you, you've got 2 seconds to come up with an answer. Either tell us your answer or to walk away. The options are severe tropical storm, typhoon, hurricane, severe tropical cyclone. The time starts now.
Hurricane, final answer. Did I do that in time?
Yeah, don't worry, just Ram. Don't know if you're known as the Ram.
The Ram.
Has gone with... ran out of Ram, yeah. Hurricane.
I clearly have.
Do you think you've run out of luck?
Hopefully Dane was that one luck charm I needed. But who knows?
Well, Dane has just got you to 100 miles per hour. It is the correct answer.
Dane, thank you for knowing your geography. Unlike me.
I think he proved to do well for the last one as well when he was on the call. Dane must be very good at this game. He's never played though. He's never played up till now. Well, Ram, somehow we are here. We are at the question that separates you from what your target was, major hurricane status.
I'm down to 1 lifeline.
Which is the risk. Could you imagine? All you have to do is get this question right. Okay?
Alright.
Alright then. Here we go. Here's the question. 40 seconds on this. Names of which of these first letters are excluded from the Atlantic naming list? Which first letter is excluded? Is it P, U, V, or W?
U. Final answer. I know that one.
You know that one for sure?
Yes.
Well,
I am 100% sure it is U.
It's not me, no. Well, Ram is a Category 3 hurricane, would you believe? 115 miles per hour. How on earth did we get there?
I have no clue at this point. But just let it rain all over me. Just somebody get the camera.
I think...
Oh wait, there already is one.
I don't think we have had as lucky a contestant since Devon's first run. All those years ago. Well, only 3.
The gut answer, though, back at 90 miles per hour, that was pretty good.
Yep, so at this point you're at 115 miles per hour. What's your strategy now? You'll have 60 seconds on these next questions. Are you going to go for broke? Or do you not care how far you get now?
I'm going to go until I get a question that I 100% don't know, and then I will debate using the risk.
Ooh, potential risk lifeline tonight then.
Maybe I'll be the first successful risk lifeline. Who knows?
You never
Maybe
know.
I'll just be that lucky.
Could you imagine? And you got all the way to the end. Well, we'll see.
And then every single question's easy from there on. Easy for me. Which is
Sure.
actually not.
Okay, here is the next question. This is number 13, which means that you are halfway through the whole game right now. Here's the next question. This is for 125 miles an hour, 60 seconds. Typhoon Nina caused huge amounts of flooding in which country in 1975? Is it the Philippines, China, Japan, or South Korea?
Well, I'm pretty sure I remember the 2009 one. But since I have nothing to lose here, because even if I get this wrong, I'm still at 115. I mean, so I'm just gonna
Typhoon
take a
Nina
shot.
caused huge amounts of flooding. Just listen to the question again. In which country in 1975? The Philippines, China, Japan, or South Korea?
I'm just gonna take a shot. Philippines, final answer.
All right then.
Nothing to
Ram
lose.
has gone with the Philippines with nothing to lose. Do you think it's the right answer?
I'm pretty sure it's the Philippines, but I'm like half sure. You know what I mean?
Half sure. So where's the other half gone?
Out the window at this point. I mean, just
Not
with
gone
all
to
the wrong
China, has
answers, I
it?
think.
Or Japan?
Well, hopefully it's in the Philippines where I can find it.
Well, I'm afraid it went to China. That's the correct answer. And Ram...
I think I'm tied with Gabe, though.
No, you beat Gabe. Ram's finished up with 115 miles per hour, category 3, yep.
Well, that's about where I expected to get before doing this, so I feel pretty satisfied with my score.
It must have been an omen with your room wallpaper there, because that's the major hurricane colour.
That is a good point. It's like a red-orange color. I've had this for like 7 years now. I just never bothered to change it.
I don't know why I mentioned that just after you'd won, but that is the case. You are 150 miles per hour. That would put you, I think, well, you are the 3rd highest winner in the series, if I'm not mistaken. I can't even keep track of who we've had. I'm pretty sure that is the case. Ram, any other thoughts before we finish up?
I mean, I'm just glad I got to Major Hurricane. I mean, it's what I wanted, and then I got there.
Great.
I literally just got there.
Just
Like,
about
just
got there. You pushed your luck all the way, and he didn't take the risk lifeline, so it remains to be seen whether anyone will ever be successful on the risk lifeline. But when it pays if you get that success. But there we are. Ram's satisfied with his performance. We're satisfied with the production, I think. That's the end of...
Well,
here we go. What?
Satisfied. Satisfied is not the best word, considering how many bloopers I've had and how many bloopers, well, you've had. They don't know that one.
1 or 2. But if you would like to take part in a future Super Cyclone challenge, you can send us a message. And don't forget, well, I don't think we've told you before, actually, for the first time, we will be doing a double series after the end of this series, where 2 people will be in the hot seat playing together to see how far they can get up that wind tree. Whoever... Well, I guess that would be quite a Fujiwara effect, won't it? But there we go. That is the conclusion of tonight's play. Well, if you want to send us a message, you can do so on Facebook and Twitter, search Force13. You can also add it on Skype under the same name. You can also add my personal account on Discord. It's Fool13 at extension 9094 if you wish to get involved in one of our game shows or anything else on the radar on Force 13. That's all from us tonight. For me and Ram, we'll see you again soon. Thanks for playing. Good night.
Thank you.